It's great to know that you're watching this video. You are now watching Anthony Giarrusso, Great Balls of Fire.
You shake my nerves and you rattle my brain. Too much love drives a man insane. You broke my will, but what a thrill. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire.
So, I would normally walk outside at night between the times of 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. And something that I noticed is most people don't walk outside at that time. I've been walking outside at that time for quite a long portion of my life. And I started doing this because when I was younger in school, I was actually bullied by a lot of students. So I couldn't even go outside because my neighbors would bully me during the daylight hours. So I could only really enjoy being outside at nighttime, which is fine. I love seeing the stars, I love seeing the moon, so it all ended up working out for me anyway. Okay? But many years later, I've now graduated high school, moved down to Florida. All this great, cool stuff has happened to me. And now, something odd, something paranormal. There were a few nights where I'd go for walks, and I'd walk all different locations, and I usually wouldn't take the same route. I would take different routes like all the time. And sometimes I'd walk near my home. Sometimes I'd drive, close to half an hour and walk somewhere else. So I was always walking at night in all different locations, which many people don't take the initiative to do. I wish they did. They gotta really enjoy the night, like I do. Now, I don't know if this is the case, but because I would be so random in where I'd walk, and I usually wouldn't walk in the same place twice in like 2 days back to back. I'd usually walk in all different places, but sometimes I would and sometimes I wouldn't. Right? I never liked having a schedule of where I'd have to be or where I would walk. I'd walk different routes, go different trails, walk on different sidewalks, walk on different sides of the road, all that good stuff. I don't like being repetitive because it's more of an adventure for me that way. And on some of these adventures, I saw great balls of fire. They were literally flying through the sky. I saw multiple stoplight green, not acid green, not olive green, literally stoplight green fireballs. And they'd fly either horizontally or slightly downward, but really close to horizontal. The first one that I saw was almost about a mile away from my home. And I was walking through this community. They were going to build a whole bunch of houses. It was mostly vacant at the time, like vacant land. No houses built yet. And I'm just walking there. And it's kind of like a rectangle loop that you can walk through. It's pretty nice. And all of a sudden, this stoplight green fireball flies out of nowhere. At first I thought, maybe somebody shot off a flare. But the weird thing was it was parallel to the road that I was walking down. Completely parallel. So pretty much imagine me. So imagine like a corner of like a rectangle, but it's rounded because that's the road. So I'm walking, I just turn this corner and just get on this road. I start walking down it, and this green stoplight fireball is literally following the exact path of that road. And there's no houses, there's no way that anything could have been shot off from anywhere. There's no planes in the sky, no helicopters, nothing. And all of a sudden there's this green flaming fireball, and I have no idea what it is. And it flew maybe, well, I noticed that it like appeared and was probably, I don't know, near the edge of the road. So that would have been maybe about 1/10 of a mile. So when I saw this stoplight green fireball, it was about 40 to 50 feet up in the air heading towards me. And then it flies and then it goes out completely. It was really bizarre. I don't really have a very good frame of reference for the size, though. And to tell you the truth, I really don't have a good frame of reference for any of the sizes of any of the fireballs that I've seen flying through the sky. All the stoplight green ones were the same size, and then I saw another one that was like red and yellow. It was about 4 times the size of these stoplight green fireballs. But then there was another time where I actually saw a stoplight green fireball while I was walking near my home, and it flew kind of at an angle across a whole bunch of houses while I was walking. So I'm walking, I'm looking this way, right? And then to my right, kind of over in that corner, that's kind of where it came. And it flew straight, it just appeared out of nowhere. It flies maybe about 1/10 of a mile from where it started, and then it goes out. And then I was walking down by this, well, actually I was on the boardwalk when I saw it. And I was walking on this boardwalk, I saw this stoplight green fireball coming right off the ocean, perfectly straight, perfectly horizontal, but about 40 to 50 feet above the ocean. And what's really strange is it seemed to be coming directly towards me, and right as it hit over the waterline where the waves were surging up onto the sand of the beach, that's where it disappeared. Then, this is the really important fireball. This one was about 4 times the size of the stoplight green fireballs that I've seen previously. Now, I was on the same boardwalk that I saw that stoplight green fireball, but this one was like 4 times bigger. It was red, yellow, and white, and I didn't see it over the ocean. So this particular boardwalk, there's like a little play park, like a children's park, and it's dark outside. There's nobody else out there. It's just me between the time of 8 and 10 p.m. And it happened specifically in 2015, the 26th of December, right after Christmas. I'm on that boardwalk, and I noticed something kind of shimmery, kind of shiny towards the east, kind of looking. And then I notice it's really coming from the southeast. And it's getting closer, and I'm starting to see, oh my goodness, this thing's pretty big. And it's this fireball. And I don't really have an actual frame of reference of how big this thing was, but it was huge. I mean, it was really big. Okay. And it's so bright. So you have the boardwalk. You have the beach and the ocean to the east. Okay. And then you have the park to the west. And this giant fireball is coming from the southeast. Okay. And it's flying straight just like all of the stoplight green fireballs. Okay. And then past the park there's a road, and then there's like another little park, and then you have like a river or a lagoon. Okay. And it's so bright, and it flies right above where the river or the lagoon would be. And it lights up the whole entire park that I'm watching from the boardwalk. And then it does something absolutely incredible. It actually changes trajectory. It doesn't seem to be slowing down. It seems like it's flying at the same speed that it was coming from the southeast, and it changes trajectory, and it starts to head northeast. That is weird. That is really incredible. I've never seen something like that before in my life. And I haven't seen any fireballs that were like that particular fireball since then. And now it's 2019, and I saw that fireball back on December 26th, 2015, here in Florida. Absolutely astonishing. But it's weird, right? I saw all of these fireballs about 40 to 50 feet in the air. And I could tell this because I'm about 6 feet tall, and most of the trees nearby were between 15 and 25 feet tall. So some of these trees would have been twice, 3 times, or even 4 times my height. I think it's odd that all these fireballs that I've seen were about 40 to 50 feet up in the air, and all of them, at least at the beginning, seemed to be flying towards me. It was only with the big red, yellow, and white fireball that I saw when it changed trajectory. I knew then I was looking at something really special, because you're not just going to have a meteor or anything else just suddenly be flying from the southeast heading northwest and then have it curve and start heading northeast. That just doesn't happen with falling meteors. And on top of that, this thing appeared to be flying relatively horizontal. That's very unusual. So if you are a paranormal experiencer and you have seen strange fireballs in the sky, I request that you email me at wondersofanthony@gmail.com to tell me that you are a fireball in the sky witness, a great ball of fire witness, and share with me your story or stories of flying fireballs that you have seen in the sky. Thank you. I'm Anthony Giarrusso, a paranormal lecturer and an executive motivational speaker. Have a wonderful day. Don't forget to comment below or email me. And people ask me, Anthony, I've never seen fireballs like that in the sky. How are you able to see them? Well, one of the reasons I was able to see them is I go for walks every night between 8 and 10 p.m. to get my exercise. And nobody else is out there getting exercise at nighttime for some reason.
You shake my nerves and you rattle my brain. Too much of love drives a man insane. You broke my will, but what a thrill. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire.